Hello and what is up? So today I figured we'd start up with ways of how to distill water on this video, because I know a lot of people, especially now after 2020 and even just this year alone, not a lot of people can afford to buy a bunch of distilled water and basically give it to their plants constantly. So there has to be cheaper ways of basically giving your plants water. So there are many cheap ways, and speaking of water, you should probably stay hydrated too, especially during bad times of heat. Being hydrated is a good thing. Most people are actually partially dehydrated because they resort to more pop than they do water. So drink a lot of water. Anyways, so there are cheap ways of distilling your water or getting distilled water. The first and easy way is honestly collecting rainwater. But when you collect rainwater has acid in it. So it's basically acid rain. So you take the chance of messing up the pH within your soil. So you want to check your pH levels if you go that route. There's other ways of distilling water, like getting a bucket and getting a pan, putting water in it and just boiling it. I've heard of people doing that. I personally never boiled water. I always collected rainwater, or I just bought gallons of distilled water. But yeah, that's one way of doing it, to distill your water. But you don't want to give it to them hot, of course, so you'll burn the roots, you'll shock the plant, you'll kill the whole plant. Just let it cool off, get the room temperature, and then you can give it to your plants. See, what's another good way of distilling water? Just get Pura filter, or one of those filters that hooks onto your tap that gets the chlorine out and salts and other things. I've been using that lately. The only problem is if you're in a financial grind, it is going to be, depending on which route you go, it can be a little pricey. Mine's just a small $20 thing, but if you don't have $20, then I completely understand that. You might want to just stick with rainwater or distilling your own water. Another thing I used to do that seemed to really work, it kept a lot of my plants in good shape. Honestly, using fish chemicals that gets the chlorine out, that seemed to work wonders for me, especially if you're in a budget and you don't feel like going to go buy that $20 filter to filter out the water to feed your plants, and even you. It's also healthier for you too. So it's actually a real smart investment in my opinion. But anyways, yeah. So you can go that route, use the fish chemicals. I used to do it because it was cheaper to do it that way, easier to do it that way. But the only problem is you can run out. You can run out of it fairly quick. Read what the bottle says to get the chlorine out. You should be fine to go after you mix it all within the water. So that's just a couple of ways to distill your water. Another one is to use a filter, like I mentioned. Or if you want, honestly, gallons of water, you can go to the Dollar Tree, get gallons of water for like $1. I used to do that. Or you can, maybe if you can find them at Walmart cheaper, do it that way too. If you're going to do it that way, try to collect rainwater and reuse your plastic. instead of throwing it in a landfill. But there's lots of reasons why I say that, because plastic's bad for the environment. Even when it disintegrates, there's still little microplastics out there in the soil that the worms eat, and it goes through the worms to the birds. And it's just a whole cycle. You can look it up on YouTube or Google. So yeah, that's just a few ways I've always distilled water. Another thing you can do too is take tap water and leave it out for 24 hours, but that doesn't really seem to work. It never really worked for me. But of course, our tap water here in Indiana is fairly hard anyway, so no matter what you do, your tap water is going to be hard. I'm always going to have water spots on my leaves, just for the simple fact that the water is hard. It's Indiana. There's no way around that. So that's another way you could distill water. Just leave it out for 24 hours. It should be good to go after that. I've heard a lot of people having good success, and I've also heard people going, oh, well, my leaves are still yellowing, especially on pothos, because they make it well known. Because if there's chlorine, one, their leaves will turn yellow, and you'll start losing leaves, and it won't look as full. So, yeah, that's just a few ways of distilling water. I'm sure there's other ways I don't know about, other much more creative ways you can go about by looking on YouTube, and even doing your own research. You know, just research is key in general. But, yeah, it's really all I got for you about distilling water. I hope this video was educational for you guys. I hope you enjoy this type of content. I'll be coming back doing more plant videos. I try to upload once every week. If you want, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video, because generally it helps me out. The more subscribers I get, the more likes I get, the more known I get on YouTube. So yeah, I guess that's the end of it. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.